on this map, this is the map where PvP goes longer, where you see like Colossi, Tech, Charged Zealot, Archon, because it's such a big map. So that may, favor into Panic a little bit as well, because he's more known for playing late game in general.
Right. And I remember the game we had last week. Actually, Panic defeated Terra in his first pro league day of, was it this year or this season, or this round at least?
Yeah, for sure. This round, I think it was his first one.
Yeah, it was pretty funny having Panic and Terra play a game against each other. Two forms of fear, essentially.
Yeah, I remember watching. It was you and Brendan casting that one.
I thought that was so funny. And here we go with Billowy. Billowy has only played one game and lost it. It was PvP.
Yeah, if you look at his Pro League stats 4 and 8, that's mostly from last season, as he's only played once so far this season. That was when he was on MVP. It didn't show his playoff stats, which is where he had the most success. But even if you put those in there, he's never been the most reliable player here in this league. Just not quite.
Yeah. So they're setting him out today. They already got one win under their belt. Let's cut his teeth a little bit more. Give him some more booth time. See if he can, get some confidence and actually start performing like he does in the practice house.
All right, guys, it's time for game number 2. Let's see if Panic can tie it up. In the top left in red for MVP, it's Panic.
And in the bottom right for SKT1, it is Billowy. Shout out to our boy Valdez, who got banned from the chat.
Pour one out for my homie. I hope he gets unbanned soon, man.
Shouldn't be spamming those Kappas, son.
Yeah. That's what you get. Banned from a chat of his own profession. I actually thought I got banned from WCS last night, but it was actually just some copy pasta that makes it look like you got banned.
Oh, really?
I was like, what did I do? I swear I didn't do anything. I didn't even say anything. We're going to have a 10 gate here for Panic, by the way, pretty early on, so probably rushing some tech here.
Yeah, at least going to get that warp gate out nice and quick. See if he actually wants to do anything, but definitely sacrificing a tiny bit of economy for that. Just a little bit faster of a gateway. Cross map as well, so he's going to have to do some serious scouting before he tries anything.
It's true. I don't really like this build for this map all too much, because unless you proxy like an Oracle, the speed at which your attack is going to hit much slower than on almost any other map,
Right, yeah.
Even like Sejong. I mean, on Sejong, no matter what, you know exactly where your opponent is. You know how fast you can get out. You know how fast you can get the damage. But here, there's just like this randomness factor. If you want to go scout early, then you're going to lose even more economy. Your pro production gets a little bit messed up by that early 10 gate. So it's definitely going to be a little bit more surprising, this type of strategy. So that's what he's got going for him, and I guess that's what he's banking on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a few seconds faster as well, right? Like, it's not like an insane amount. He's also getting a Zealot very early on here.
Yeah, I wonder about that.
That's interesting. It's an interesting sort of style. I guess Panic is one of those players we don't see very often. So it's kind of refreshing to see someone have their own sort of ideas, especially in a mirror match when things are usually just very streamlined and, I wouldn't say boring, but just very figured out and
super solved.
Yeah.
By the way, we have a crazy pylon placement here for Billowy. To be honest, I would guess this is a Stargate, but I really don't know for sure what he's going to hide down there. There's no way of knowing until that core's done. It could also be a Twilight Council for Hidden Dark Shrine. It's really fast, whatever it is. Yeah, there's a Twilight Council.
It's a pretty cute place for it. Like, it's close by your main, but not too far away, and it's kind of a proxy, but I guess people wouldn't usually scout down there, so it can work. It's cute.
Yeah.
And it's going to be DT for sure.
It's just funny because if he had spawned, he didn't scout before he did this, and if his opponent spawned vertically with him, like at top right, then he might have been scouted by almost anything, like even a mothership core flying across the map. So
yeah, or like if someone wants to put a pylon down here, it's like he runs into a Twilight Council. He's like, what the hell? Like, I guess I found your proxy.
Big risk and a super fast rush. This is almost certainly going to be Dark Shrine.
Well, look at this. Look how this has ended up. We got a Zealot on the map already, a Stalker coming down, 2 gates being added, this probe looking to put down an aggressive pylon. This could actually just hit before DTs are up, and he could just actually die.
Yeah, this is like the counter example to what we were talking about earlier of early gates. This is actually like an early gate for warp gate research for aggressive timings to cut down on the map distance, And he's actually going to find this Stalker. This is terrible for Billowy. He's going to eat a Zealot shot as well, certainly here. Losing so many shields, already starting to lose hit points. And guess what? There's a pylon on the high ground of the main here. I think this might just be over. This might just be the game-ending move here. He doesn't have a Mothership core. He doesn't have anything.
He's in so much trouble. This was such an aggressive build.
The Dark Shrine is, he has to survive long enough to get enough DTs out, and he has to have enough money to make them. So this is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, well, I guess he needs, like, at least one DT in the main base to kind of eventually drive these units off, and then like get one into Panic's base so he can actually just try and checkmate the game.
Yep. So that's exactly what he's going to try to do here. But the thing is, as soon as the one DT is scouted here back at home, Panic can make a robo, or he can even hide a robo on the map.
Oh man, he's really banking on these DTs.
That's all he's got.
There it is. 2 get warped in. 1 in the main base. Gonna be start chasing these down.
But they can just kind of avoid the DT, kill the probes, and all he has to do at home is get a robo up.
Yeah, essentially...
He's just going to make it here.
Oh, and he doesn't even know where Panic is spawned. We do see Billowy going to the top right with the DT. He's going to run into nothing. We don't actually just see him GG.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to win this game. I mean, I guess he's going to try, but the robo is not in a place where it can be sniped. It's totally unscouted. And he's just playing Ring Around the Rosie with his DT. Like, he's just going to avoid it. His own Zealots end up causing him some misery there, but...
Oh, look, he's sending that DT to the to his base as well. But Panic is completely prepared at this point.
Okay, he's going to find this. He needs to kill this pylon. He needs to kill the pylon. He's not even paying attention. He actually might be able to empower this. Another pylon is going down. He needs to send it.
I don't know.
Ooh, this DT in the main is going to do a lot of damage here. Because there's still no answer. He's going to have to pull probes. He's still probably lost this game almost certainly, but... He's going to have to pull probes off the line here.
Yeah, no
He
chance.
should still be fine.
I mean, the Observer's getting out. There's already 2 Stalkers waiting for him and a Zealot. And GG. GG. Wow. Intense game, though. And a nice win for MVP.
That was a really fun game, too. Like,
This is what I was talking about. Well, there is potential here with Panic, with Lacira, and with Yonghwa to just take this out. Definitely possible with these matchups.
MVP got a great draw with the matchups today. I love that Seed, man. Just the way I could see Seed's face. I feel like he definitely had something to do with this strategy. He's like, that's my boy.
My boy, you cheesed me out 20 times in practice, man. Good job.
All right, well, the score is tied here.
We're going through these games fast, Wolf.
Yeah, we are. And Choyo with a big grin on his face there. This is a really big round for MVP. I feel like they've shown us some great depth in the roster, and some heroes really have been made. Like, Yonghwa and Lacira have really given it their all. And even Hero has come out and got some wins for them this round. We didn't really see Hero do too much for IM last season, but this season he's coming out and doing some work.
Yeah, he's getting stuff done. There is potential in this team. I actually really like MVP. They're not doing too well for themselves, but they do have potential.
I mean, I'm just going to be really real for a second. Besides StarTale and Prime, I feel like all the rest of the 6 teams are always totally going to be in contention, like for the rest of this round, especially and for next round. We'll see if Prime and ST-yoe can bring it back, but where it is right now, like even Samsung looks like they've got some shots. They've been doing really well.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like the top 4 is not as clear cut as it was last year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Prime and StarTale, they've got a lot of work to do. Obviously, StarTale, I have to say, essentially crippled by the fact that Life went to KT.
Yeah.
They're just in a whole lot of trouble. And Prime, well, they've always been in a lot of trouble since the beginning, so...
True that.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Oh, man, look at that next game. Lacira versus Innovation. Yummy.
This could be the best map of the night, literally.
It could be. I wouldn't be surprised. Fantastic matchup, fantastic map, and 2 fantastic players that are leading the way in Grandmaster. So
it's just going to be awesome. It's just asking to be an amazing game. Guys, before we get into it, though, we are going to have a 3-minute commercial break. We'll be right back.